In this question, we have a diagram that shows two lines, L1 and L2. The equation in line L1, so L1 has an equation x plus 2y is equal to 10. And we know that this is not in the correct format. The line L2 passes through the point 0, -5 and is perpendicular to L1, right? So part 1, they want us to express the equation of the line L1 in the form y is equal to mx plus c. So we're rewriting this here. So the first thing I'll move is the x. I'll get negative x, right? This plus 10 will remain here. Then I have to move the 2. Now remember, moving the 2 across the equal sign, both the negative x and 10 have to be divided by the 2. So negative x divided by 2 and 10 divided by 2. So we will write this as negative a half x, right? We just pull the x out of there, and 10 divided by 2 will give us 5. So this is in the form y is equal to mx plus c, right? Remember, to divide by 2 is like to multiply by a half. This is why I have negative a half x here, right? So we've completed this part. Part 2, they ask us to state the gradient of the line L1. So we know when we write it in this form, this here is going to be our gradient. This is our m value. So we could safely say gradient of the line L1 is equal to negative a half, right? And that's going to take us into our third part of the question, which is to determine the equation of the line L2. But remember, L2 is perpendicular. L2 is perpendicular. So for perpendicular lines, the gradient is the negative inverse. So all we have to do for the gradient of L2 is change the sign. Wherever the sign is, change it to the opposite. So it becomes plus, and flip the number. So a half becomes 2 over 1, which is 2. The other thing is that we have a point. 1 point on the line which is 0, -5, is going to supply our x and y values. So for our equation, right, y is equal to mx plus c, we could substitute this as my x, this as my y, and our gradient m is going to be 2. So m is 2, and we have x and y values here. Bam, bam. So y is -5, gradient is 2, x is 0, which makes our life very simple. C is -5. So the equation is going to be y is equal to 2x minus 5. And that's the 3 parts of that question there. Yeah?